Good morning, creators. Welcome back to a brand new day, a brand new video. I'm excited to spend some time with you guys today and take you along for a few days of me making myself a better writer without writing more, because sometimes you're not ready to put more on the page. Sometimes you need to go out and live life, and I have stressed this enough. So today I'm getting started with my ginger lemon water. I like to start my day off with that and then open up my laptop, do a little bit of the day job. But I also like to set myself up for success. I knew I had to make some ice cream for somebody, so because I made the mixture already, I was going to get that churning. And then go back and get started on my creator watch list so that I can share with you guys all the things that I suggest for you to watch. And that's because consuming stuff is also part of making yourself a better writer. So I love to consume a lot of things and start a good chunk of my days writing in my journal. So I have my regular journal, but I also have my daily musings writing journal, which is a writing prompt journal that I sell, and I look forward to sharing that with you guys as well. Also, I like to reset my space, so you can see my husband helping me put up my bookshelves that I got from at home. You guys saw that in a previous vlog with my hobbies, and I am putting up finally my book vases that I DIY'd from some old books that I did not quite care for, and I'm not sharing which books they are because I just think that's unfair. But you'll get to see the full reveal later on in the video. Let's jump right in. So I actually started my day kind of late. I stayed up a little bit later than I should have, and so I stayed in bed a little bit longer and kind of jumped right into the day job, which I'm not proud of. I don't love, but this is supposed to be realistic, and that's the truth. I just jumped right in. I already did my journaling. I still have to finish my Bible study, and yeah, we still got the day job going, so the computer is up already. I do one pump of that. Well, I just did 2 pumps, but I usually just do 1 pump of that and then a couple pumps of the vitamin C concentrated serum by Derma E. And it's just because I bought the vitamin C one more recently, and I have a thing about needing my bottles to be the same amount of use. So that, I don't know, I hate having to buy them at random times because I like to get the little discount. So it's like, why pay shipping multiple times when I could just buy all of them at once, you know? Okay, last thing I like to do is put my Moroccan Magic chapstick on. And I don't know, like, because I really have to wash my hair. I don't know if y'all have seen, well, you've seen my hair on socials, but I really need to wash my hair because I did my own, like, boho miracle knots, whatever you want to call it. I crocheted some hair into my head, and it's time, y'all. It really is time, but I should do my hair and my face before I do some of these calls that I have today, because I have at least one call today. And yeah, we're gonna throw a little blush on the cheeks and everything, but let's go to the office so that we can finish our day job stuff. All right, guys, we're back in the office. I also need to take my vitamins and finish my Bible study. But while we're in here, let me show you the stuff that we did in here. Okay, so behind me, you know, we did the bookshelves like a couple months ago, maybe a month ago. Whenever we did the bookshelves, June, that's when we did the bookshelves. So a couple of months ago, but I had the spring photos up, and now we have like the summer ones up. And these take us into fall. These are my favorite ones to take us into fall, like September time, and then October. At the top of October, I like put the spooky ones up with the moon and the bats and stuff. I don't know, I just love doing that. It makes it feel like it's a whole new room and I don't get bored in this space, you know? And let me get up. My desk is kind of a mess, but I do want to show you guys the wall. Actually, let me move this totally. Okay, I think this is a good angle. Hold on. Please ignore my, let me just turn this off, child. Okay, we finally put the bookshelves up. Matt helps me put the bookshelves up. This one over here is slightly tilted inward. Not a huge fan of that, but you know, that's what happens when you DIY your stuff instead of calling a professional, okay? But finally got the bookshelves up and we have our book faces up, y'all. Oh my gosh! I feel like they turned out so freaking cute. Let me turn this way so you can see it while I'm also, well, can you? While I'm also in it. There we go. I feel like they turned out so freaking cute and really balances out the space. And I was able to, you know, finish up the wall. It feels complete. I don't know. It just feels complete. I don't think I need to put anything else like down here. If anything, I would put something here on the wall. Maybe right here. But like, I'm a fan of also having negative space. Like, I don't think that every piece of the wall needs to be covered. Like, I don't think I would ever put anything right here, right? Because it just feels like it would be too cluttered right there. But I might put something right here and then give Matt like another shelf area here for some of his tchotchkes and fun stuff that he likes, and like little bookshelves, because he didn't kick me out of the bookshelves in the living room. However, he started moving stuff around when he started getting more books. And I was like, sir, we could have talked about this, but you know what? I be doing that here by myself when he's at work. So yeah, it is what it is. So we do it to each other. So, which is why I took over this wall and gave myself this bookshelf and rearranged that because it was in my closet. And so, yeah, y'all, I'm very excited with how it turned out. And, yeah, I'm loving the space right now. And of course, it needs to be organized. But like I said, this is a realistic creative day. And so you get the disorganized part, child, okay? What I really want to do is watch the drama. It finally dropped on HBO. Is it HBO? It's either HBO or Prime. I think it's HBO. And I have been dying to watch that movie. When it first came out, I didn't know what it was. Like, I knew it had Zendaya and Robert Pattinson in it, but I was just like, what is this? Because it, like, the previews gave us nothing. And so I've heard a little bit more about it, and I'm not going to give it away if you haven't seen it, because I'm sure there are a lot of us who have not seen it. But I am just very excited to dive into that one. So because I know that movies are longer, it's probably 2 hours long. So I'm like, let me go ahead and watch this movie now and, you know, give my little review later. So if it's not your thing, like, you can skip it. So yeah, I think it's really important to consume stuff as well when you're an artist, because you need to know where your inspiration is coming from. You also need to know what's popular right now. What are they putting out? Especially like if you're a filmmaker or someone that wants to monetize your art. When you are a filmmaker or a screenwriter, specifically when you're a screenwriter, I feel like, well, for both, I'll tell you my reasoning for both. When you are a screenwriter, it's important to know what projects are being sold and what projects are being made. So you got to keep up. That's with Deadline. That's with Variety. You know, you just got to keep up with what's going on in the industry. And that is going to help inform, one, what you write first, what you write next. And it's also going to inform what projects you pitch and what projects that you're trying to get sold, you know? And also that it can help inform, like, if you're a screenwriter who also is a filmmaker. Screenwriters are filmmakers, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're an independent filmmaker and you want to make it yourself, and you're also like a director producer, I would just say that you should also keep up with that, because then that will inform what your next proof of concept is, or what your next project that you're going to film in its entirety is. Because then you could sell that and then shop it to other, shop it to networks. You can shop it to film festivals. You can shop it to other production companies who might want to, you know, if it's a proof of concept, they might want to buy it and like film the full thing. You know, you just never know. Like, there are so many avenues to pursue your career in this industry, which is awesome. And it's a lot going on right now, especially with like social media expanding into films and short stories. And it's an interesting time to navigate, I feel like, and just making things more accessible, yet making it more competitive, if that makes sense. So I have a feeling that this is going to force a lot of Black and brown creators out again, because then the white creators on these platforms who get the most attention, essentially, because the algorithm, the algorithm is set up for them. These creators are going to be the ones that excel first, in my opinion. And like, that's really disappointing because it's supposed to be bridging the gap, So, but, it is what it is. I'm excited to, start distributing my own stuff and taking it into my own hands. And I hope that encourages you to do the same. And my thing is like, hey, we're going to do it ourselves. And that just has to be what it's going to be. And so, yeah, all that to say, this moment in time right now is for me consuming, which is the whole point of like us going through this week together. So we do a lot of output, working on our craft, writing, filming. And so we also need to just focus on our input so that we, have our most our most diverse and creative download into us, so that we have things to draw inspiration from, things to learn from, most importantly, whether we think that the project is good or bad, which is also subjective to each of us. And that's going to help us improve for sure in our crafts. And so I'm just excited to watch this movie. We've been watching a ton of stuff lately. I just finished up Archive 81 and I suggested it in my most recent personalities post, my carousels that I always do. And so yeah, this is fun. I'm also excited for the weekend, y'all, because one, I'm gonna try to take a break. If I don't take a break, I'll work the weekend and then take off Monday and Tuesday, because I took off this past Monday for my birthday. And the reason I'm excited is because there is an Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy here in Detroit. And I love me some Edgar Allan Poe. That man was creepy. And I will always engage in Edgar Allan Poe festivities. I love The Raven. I love The Fall of the House of Usher. I think that those are just phenomenal stories. And so I cannot wait. So it's a pop-up speakeasy, and basically what it is that they have like 4 signature drinks that they can make them into mocktails for you if you're not into alcohol. I will be having the mocktails because I don't drink. And so you get to dress up, you get to wear, evening attire. So we're definitely going to dress up. We're going to look so cute. So I got to wash my hair. You get live storytelling as the experience. So I'm just very excited for this weekend and like just let it loose, y'all, and relaxing and just basking in the success. Like, the real work is happening still. The real work is happening. I gotta make some more money, child. But I am excited. I am optimistic. So there's that. Okay. It's starting.
Maybe this was just what I was always meant to do. I've had a lot of ups and downs just being a young person in this industry with no kind of roadmap.
Now I understand that the only thing that could have saved me was a second first impression.
Yeah, so funny. Great.
So I'm going to start there and then go on to the first date.
Good.
British free people.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you actually done.
All right, I finally look like somebody, child. Okay, so now that we are dressed, I don't know why, but I feel led to apply to the Black Boy Writes, Black Girl Writes screenwriting competition again. I think I've applied twice so far. And I think I submitted the same script that time, with edits. But I'm going to apply with another one. I feel like right now the industry is interested in fantasy and horror, and the one that I'm submitting is a fantasy psychological horror. So I'm hoping that this will get me in the program. Fingers crossed. I mean, I'm just like, listen, it's at the end of the day, it's $25. I haven't applied to any programs in years because I definitely don't feel like they do much. Most people don't even get into them. Most people don't even get feedback on their scripts, and it's not my favorite thing. I hate applying because I just feel like it's a money grab. But, Black-owned business, Black-owned initiative, and, supporting Black and other marginalized folks. So I am optimistic. God is in control. We're going to figure it out, So I submitted my story. I'm just reading through the privacy policy and the usage policy. I'll show you guys. So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, it's not, ideal, but it is what it is, y'all. So I hope they took. Do I have to create a whole new project? They better not make me create. Child. I gotta do it all over again. This is so annoying. Can you please, I hate how they just leave that everywhere. Select existing. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I don't have to do it again. So now I add my resume, which is kind of wild. Like, why do y'all need my resume? It's a program. Like, be for real. I hate having to submit resumes. I hate having to look for resumes and remake them. I think I recently remade a resume, and I'm just like, see, there it is. Constantly having to look for updated resumes. There it is, 2026, July 9th. I don't even know what I applied to or used that resume for July 9th, but maybe I just needed to update it for some reason. Please answer all questions, provide the log line. I have already given you the log line, but go off. Okay. It is horror, thriller, fantasy. There's a lot going on in that one. I did a lot of genre bending in that project. And then I have to say what makes my voice different than what makes your voice different than what's different than? Are these supposed to be writers? What makes your voice different from what's currently being consumed in today's television landscape? Share your story and what makes you unique. Tell us about yourself. I did not call you Siri. Tell us about yourself and how your life experience, interest, or background is reflected in your writing. And then which city do you reside in? I'm not going to tell y'all that. And let's see. Then they accept payment. Ooh, no tax, period. Okay. Let me answer these questions, and then we are going to go into the kitchen and season some chicken and put some dishes away, and then we're going to go for a walk. Hey y'all, we are at the park. Matt wanted to either go for a walk or play basketball. He decided to play basketball. So because I already took my walk, I walked for an hour. So I got my 3 miles in, and I could walk more. I don't mind walking more, but I'm like, I have a little bit of work that I need to get done. So first and foremost, I'm going to get some journaling done so that I can fully write down my vision for my 32nd year. I just turned 32 on Monday, and I just want to make sure that the vision is clear, that I'm hearing God properly. And then also I brought my book, which is Kindred. This is what I'm reading right now. So I have my little activities. I brought my headphones. I brought my laptop to get some other work done, like carousels and whatnot. And then I also have a little snacky snack. I got some yogurt parfait, and we're just gonna chug it out, get some sun in, get some vitamin D in, and just, chill, change the scenery situation so that we can get some work done.